So you're about to start our discussion about Andar Samskara, known as the Annaprashana Samskara. So Anna, what does Anna mean? Usually we understand Anna as something which is prepared out of rice. So is rice and prepare it, we call it as Anna. But it's got a broader meaning. Anna means Anapranane, that's a root. Anapranane. Anything which supports life is called Anna. Anything that we eat and which supports life and gives energy, that's called as Anna. Anna. Prashana, pra plus ashana, ashabhakshane. Ashabhakshane. So Annaprashana totally means something which we eat and which gives us energy, strength, life. That's called as Anna. Annaprashana Samskara. So I just referred to in the previous class, mother's milk is not sufficient forever. Until a certain period, when the child is growing, yes, that is the best food. But after that, it needs some external food. So weaning and take the child to eat and adjust itself to external food is what we call it as Annaprashana. So it's the beginning of, in the child life, this beginning of eating external food other than mother's milk. That's known as Annaprashana. And as the very word suggests, the food what we give to the child externally, other than mother's milk, has to be number one, life-giving, energy-giving, and should be taken through the mouth. Prashana, ashana, ashabhakshane, to eat. To eat, and that food should give the strength and energy. So at the very outset, all the junk food is removed. Because junk food never gives us any energy. Just for our palate or just for our, the tongue we eat, it's not for energy. So all junk food is totally eliminated at one stroke. We have discussed earlier also, this time also we may have to discuss a little about the type of food. Generally we identify it as vegetarian and non-vegetarian. So which food is best from the childhood, even to adults? So that we have to discuss as number one. Then we can understand this in another way also. Satvika food, Rajasa food and Tamasa food. What's the effect of eating Tamasa food? What's the effect of eating Rajasa food? What's the effect of eating Sattvic food? That may also we have to discuss. And these things, though we are doing the samskara for the sake of the child, in the name of the child, of course, these things are required for us also to know again and again, to remind ourselves about this. So on some particular day which is convenient for us, we prepare Sattvic food. We prepare Sattvic food for the child, maybe vegetables, maybe fruits, or maybe even cooked food, which is very light, something like a porridge made out of maybe rice, maybe out of jowar, maybe made out of wheat, something like that. What is available, maybe oats also, don't know. So whatever is available, some light food, we prepare the porridge. And after performing Havan and after understanding the importance of food in a man's life, then we go for giving it to the child, and from then on, it will feed not only on the mother's milk but also on the external food. This is the concept of this Annaprashana Samskara. So as usual, there are some general and there are some specific things. So with reference to the general things, what I have to do, I'll explain. So what is the importance of this Annaprashana Samskara? Yes, we cannot live without food. That's very clear. And whatever food we eat, that makes myself. The food becomes my mind, the food becomes my thought, the food becomes myself. Once it's assimilated, of course. So, because I am made, I mean, when I say here, it is Sharir Indriya Manas. And the way the Sharir Indriya Manas is developed, that becomes a good tool or a bad tool for the soul to use. So I want a good tool, an efficient tool for the soul to use. So I have to give only such food to the Sharir Indriya Manas, which will strengthen it and make it more efficient, so that it can work well for the soul. So this at one level. Then the second level is food for thought. Food for thought. So whatever food you give for thinking also makes me. Then food for the soul. How you have to do all these things. But here the main emphasis is on the food for the body and mind. And for the soul also some mantras are added here. So it becomes a samskara. Samskara finally has to end up in the soul. Other than soul, whatever you do, we don't call it as samskara. We call it as some culturing. Just some culturing, something we do. But samskara, when I say, it goes to the soul. So all these three levels are included here. But most emphasis is on the physical aspect of it and mental aspect of it. And finally, in a subtle way, it works with the soul also. So the importance of it is, it has got the effect on the physic, on the mind, and on the soul. When this weaning has to be done, this is another question. When this weaning has to be done. One thing I have told that when the food given or the milk given by the mother is not sufficient, it's not sufficient. It's not sufficient enough to quench the hunger of the child. That's number one. Number two, another point what you observe is the teeth starts growing in the child. Teething is there. So when teething is there, because the irritation that it feels because of teething, it starts biting. Start biting, it's a problem for the mother. So better it is weaned. So one is when the teeth start growing in the child, and because of its own irritation, it bites. Number one, when the mother's milk is not sufficient, in both the cases, that's the time when we do this weaning. So it may be anywhere from 1 year to 2 years, approximately, anywhere between that. So that's the time when we do this weaning. Then the ritual, what we do. So as usual, the first one is Rutik Varana. We choose someone to guide us, the Purohit. Then we go for Achamana. All these things are told, general things. Repeat. Angasparsha, Stuti Prarthanopasana, Ishvara Stuti Prarthanopasana, Swasti Vachana, Shanti Karana, invoking fire in the altar. So we start the Havan. Jushtam andar nodama. Jushtamu prokshami. So then we prepare, huh? Proksham. So up to certain level, that is Aditenu Manyaswa, Anumate Anumanyaswa. Up to that is general. Then we have got some special mantras which we use in Annaprashana Samskara. Sorry, Prokshami not, Prokshami. Then for this purpose, we prepare one porridge, maybe made out of moong dal or something like that. Porridge. We call it bath or khichdi or bath, another name for it. So we prepare it, and in a small bowl, we get a mixture of curds, honey, and ghee. Curds, honey, and ghee. So it should be noted very clearly. There's three, whatever we mix, curd, honey, and ghee, should not be, should not be in equal proportion. It's not healthy when they're in equal proportion. We should see that it is not in equal proportion. We mix all the three, the curd, the ghee, and the honey. Sir. So this is what we have got. So these things should be kept ready at this point of time. So with the help of this porridge or this khichdi or bath, whatever say, we chant certain mantras and offer it to the fire. So as you know already, the fire, whatever is offered to it, it disintegrates and spreads it. So if we use something which is nutritious and healthy, the same thing will get spread everywhere. And we breathe it and it gives us all the nourishment. So some of the mantras, with the help of this porridge, we do it. Pranayatva Jushtam Prokshami. Pranayatva Jushtam Prokshami. For the sake of prana, with love and affection, Jusha Priti Sevaneyoho, Prokshami, I sprinkle, I offer this. Pranaya, Tva Jushtam Prokshami. Om Apanaya, Tva Jushtam Prokshami. So here I want to give little information which already I have given in earlier thing, but it's better to know it here. Whatever food we give has to give all the fuel required for the metabolism that works in the body. And this metabolism, what works in the body, has been divided into 5 divisions, and we call it as Panchaprana. Panchaprana. Whatever life force is there, we understand this life force under 5 categories. So we call it as Panchaprana. If these 5 Panchapranas, that is, if these 5 pranas work well, it means the metabolism is in order and we are in healthy condition. What are they? Prana, number one is prana. Second one is apana. Prana, apana. Third one is vyana. Fourth one is udana. Last one is samana. Samana. Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. Everything has got this anna. Pra plus an is prana. An is anaprana. What I have told. Pra is in a wonderful way, in a exemplary way. Pra ana. Pra an. Which in the closest modern terms we can say it is the respiratory system. Pra-an. Pra-an, respiratory system. System. Respiratory system. Pra-an. Anapranane. Prana. Next one, apana. Apa-an. Apa-an. It refers to the excretory system. What is thrown out. So during metabolism, lot of toxins and wastes are produced, And this waste and toxins have to be eliminated from the body regularly. Certain organs of the body concentrate on this. That is apana. So it saves by throwing out. That's the meaning of it. Apa an. Apa means to send it out, to discard. To discard, to cleanse, and then save the life. So whatever organs and whatever system is involved in that, that's called as apana. That is the excretory system. Cleansing procedure. Then we got Vyana. V plus Anna. V plus Anna. Anna is the same thing. Anapranane. V means Vishesha. Vishesha means in a special way. In a special way, it works and maintains the metabolism and the health of the whole structure. That's nothing but the circulatory system. Circulatory system. That's the heart and the blood vessels, arteries, veins. That whole network is called as Vyana. So the heart and the blood vessels and the pumping and the flow of the blood has to be in order. By doing so, it gives us the life support. So that is known as Vyana, the circulatory system. Then you got Udana. Ut plus Ana. Again, Ana is there. Ut plus Ana. It supports, lifts, and you see life force. That's nothing but the nervous system. Nervous system. The brain and the nervous system. And of course, we know nervous system includes motor nerves and sensory nerves. Sensory nerves, motor nerves, and the center of all that is the brain. This whole nervous system. And under brain, we have got another one, that's the spinal cord. So many things. Brain, spine, and the motor nerves, sensory nerves, all put together is called as the Udana, Ut plus Ana. So this also has to function well for the health of a person. And the next one what I have got is Samana. Sam plus An. So An is common in every way. Pra plus An, Apa plus An, V plus An, Ut plus An, Sam plus An. Anapranane, which contributes for the maintenance and progress of life. Samana is the digestive system. So digestive system also has to function well. So that whatever food we eat is converted into energy. That's the whole process. The whole digestive process converts whatever food we eat into energy. Of course, waste product is there. That is taken care of apana. Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. There are the 5 metabolic systems which have to function in our body so that it keeps it fine and healthy. So in the malfunction, we know what happens. The respiratory system malfunctions, we are subjected to asthma, bronchitis, breathing troubles, and so many things. When apana is what is to be thrown, toxins. If it's not functioning well, it results in constipation, indigestion, so many things. Lack of sweating, so many things. And we speak of the circulatory system, Vyana, so it results in heart problems, numbness in the limbs, blockages in the blood vessels, so many things. It's not functioning properly. Then Udana, that's a reference to the nervous system. So if the nervous system is not functioning well, we feel numbness, we feel all the disturbance in the brain, blockages, and in the brain, if it is not functioning properly, it may result in Alzheimer's, insomnia, etc., etc. Last one, Samana, if it's not functioning properly, we will not have that sense of taste, good sense of taste. We don't like to eat. Even if we eat, it will not get digested well. It results in indigestion, ulcers in the digestive tract, colitis, so many things. They call it. Different problems will come. So only when these 5 systems are working well, the respiratory system, the excretory system, the circulatory system, the nervous system, and the digestive system. Yes, the whole system will work well. So whatever food you are trying to eat, whatever food you are trying to educate the child to eat, should take care of all these 5 systems. Then it will maintain the good health of the child, even our health also. So it's a reminder for us, it's a new introduction to the child. So some 1 or 2 things are referred here. Om pranayatva jushtam prokshami. So whatever food that is helpful for the prana, yes, with love we are going to sprinkle it. We like to offer it. Then apanayatva jushtam prokshami. Second one. Third one. Om chakshushetva. Om chakshushetva jushtam prokshami. Jushtam prokshami. Chakshushe. So not only for the functions, it also needed for the functioning of the sense organs. Chakshusha, that's the eyes, they have to function. Om Shrotraya. Om Shrotrayatva Jushtam Prokshami. Om Shrotrayatva Jushtam Prokshami. Shrotraya, for listening. They are just representative. It takes care of all the other sense organs. Just as representative, it's taken. The eyes have to work, the ears have to work. Om Agnaye Sishtakrute. Om Agnaye Sishtakrute Tva Jushtam Prokshami. Om Agnaye Sishtakrute Tva Jushtam Prokshami. For the well-being of the fire, Agni, here we take it in the Adhibhautika sense. All the power that is required for the functioning, we call it as Agni. If Agni is burning well, the best example I can understand is, for the digestive process to work well, the Agni in the stomach has to be burning, has to be active. That's what we call it Jhataragni, Jhataragni. Like that, every sense organ has got its own Agni in a slightly different form. Agni is the power or the force or energy what we need for the functioning of it. Agni. And these Agni stop working, we are dead. So when these Agni stop working, the whole body, the dead body, it becomes very cold. No Agni, no fire in it, no heat in it. So all the heat is gone. When all the heat is gone, yes, we become dead and cold. We freeze actually. So what is required for the functioning of all these organs? We have different types of Agnis. One example I gave you is the Jఠaragni. Like that, whatever Agni is there, we pray for that Agni to function well, and the food what you are going to give should be supportive of it. The Agni should not be put off. If you put off the Agni, yes, it can't function. Except under special circumstances, strictly speaking, this ice cream what we use, it puts off the fire. Not recommended. That at the end of the food, if you take ice cream, it puts off the Jఠaragni and the whole digestion process gets upset. Except in special circumstances, we may have to use this ice and cream and other things. But generally, it's not recommended. Because it is against the fire, it puts off the fire. You want the fire to be supported. We want the fire to burn well, all these systems. What I call it as kindle, Kindle. We have to kindle it rather than put off. So it's speaking about the Agni, the fire. Then we have got So I kept the food ready, which taking care of all this prana, apana, shrotra, chakshu, nagni. So now all these are from one vessel. It is there, that bath or that porridge. Now it is distributed into 5 vessels. So for distribution of into 5 vessels, the same mantra is used. Om pranayatva jushtam nirvapami. Vapami nirma. Pranayatva jushtam nirvapami. We take a part of it and put it in a separate vessel. Now this is for the improvement and maintenance of the prana. One part. One part, apanayatva jushtam nirvapami. Vapami madam. Chakshushetva jushtam nirvapami. So it's all in one vessel. All this is for this purpose. Now we make it into 5 different vessels, split it for separately giving energy to these 5 different things. Then,
Duvato bija santane. Adu artha kottidare vistarayami.
So nirvapami, it is no sir.
Duvato bija santane.
Vapa bija santane, that's the root. Nirvapami, vapa bija santane. So what does bija? Bija, seed. Bija. Bija santane. So when you put a seed, what happens? When you put a seed in the earth, it sprouts and multiplies itself. In the same way, the food what I am keeping it separately, I feed it to you, O child, in such a way that let it sprout and spread. Vistarayami, that's also there. Vistara means to spread it. Then, Shrotrayatva jushtam nirvapami. Then, Agnaye Sishtakrate tva jushtam nirvapami. Everything is the same. Their prokshami is there, here nirvapami is there. I cleanse and keep it ready. Now this is for this purpose. I am trying to spread it. So then we have got Yahriti Ahutiya. Yahriti Ahuti. Bhuhu, Bhuaha, Swaha, Bhurbhuva, Swaha. Now we come to the specific mantras in Annaprashana. The first one is from Rigveda 8:111. Rigveda mantra 8:111. This is specific for Annaprashana Samskara, taken out of Rigveda. I'll dictate the mantra. Devim Vacham Devim Vacham Ajanayanta. Devim Vacham Ajanayanta. Devaha Tam Devim Vacham Ajanayanta. Devaha Tam Vishwarupaha Vishwarupaha Pashavo Vadanti. Pashavo Vadanti. Devim Vacham Ajanayanta Devaha Tam Vishwarupaha Pashavo Vadanti. Sa no Mandresham. Sa no Mandresham Urjam Duhana Dhenuhu Vak Asman Upa Sushtutaitu Swaha Idam Agne Idam Vache Idanna Mama Devim Vacham Ajanayanta Devaha Tam Vishwarupaha Pashavo Vadanti Sa no Mandresham Urjam Duhana Dhenuhu Vak Asmanupa Sushtutaitu Swaha Idam Vache Idanna Mama. Rigveda 8.100.11. 8 Mandala, 100th Sukta, 11th Mantra. I repeat, wherever splitting is required to make it. Devim Vacham Ajanayanta Devaha Tam Vishwarupaha Pasho Vadanti Sa no Mandra Isham Urjam Mandra Isham Urjam Duhana Dhenuhu Vak Asman Upa Sushtutaitu Swaha Idam Vache Idanna Mama. So they are drawing our attention to another function is very important. The tongue is there. The tongue has got two functions. One to taste, another one to talk. The tongue has got two functions, to talk and to taste. Taste is physical in nature, whereas talk is mental and spiritual. When you have to understand the function of the tongue and control the tongue, we have to control both. One is eating and the other is talking. If you eat well and talk hopelessly, nasty things, then it's of no use. Say, speak nice, but I eat bad, that's always a problem. Both should be balanced. So they're drawing our attention to another function of the tongue. It's not just for eating, you have to make the best use of your tongue when you talk. That's also very important. And this talking aspect of it is more spiritual. Whereas eating part is physical. Both should go hand in hand, both should be balanced. So the importance of talking has been explained here. Devaha Tam is there. There Devaha. Devaha means people who are knowledgeable, those who are noble. They are all called as Devaha. Devim Vacham. Devim Vacham. Divine words. Divine words. Yes, we know, and everybody we can talk and we talk. But what we have to talk has to be divine. How it becomes divine? Mere talking could be anything. Nonsense also we can talk. We can talk influenced by jealousy. We can talk influenced by anger. So many things are there. But we want to make the talk divine. So when it becomes divine, two things. One is when it becomes selfless. When it is in the interest of greater number, greater people, greater creatures, more number of creatures, and becomes divine. Mere talking is nonsense. We can speak anything. We can gossip, we can complain, we can argue. That's also talking, but it's of no use. But for the improvement of our quality of life, for the improvement of the samskara on the soul, the talk has to be divine. How to understand divine? Selflessness plus seeking the welfare of others. Selfless and others. So here I want to quote one shloka from Gita. Krishna has summarized all these things and has given how the talk should be. Anudvegakaram vakyam. Anudvegakaram vakyam. Anudvegakaram vakyam. Satyam priyanchayat. Anudvegakaram vakyam. Satyam priya hitanchayat. Satyam priya hitanchayat. Satyam priya hitanchayat. One line. Swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva. Swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva. Bhama prana. Swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva. Swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva. Vangmayam tapa uchyate. Vangmayam tapa uchyate. What he means is, talk. It's a very simple thing. Anybody can talk. How this talk can be done as a tapas. That's what he said. Vangmayam tapa uchyate. The very talking can be converted into a tapas, can be converted into a yajna. Provided we follow certain conditions and talk in that way. We can make the talk divine. Provided certain conditions are followed. What are they? Anudvegakaram vakyam. It should not stir emotion in us. It will be peaceful and calm for the speaker as well as the listener. So whatever we talk should give us peace of mind, the speaker, and when it is heard by the other person, the listener also must feel that peaceful nature. It should not be emotional. A balanced talk has to be. That is anudvegakaram vakyam. Udvega is emotional, stirring our emotions. Should not stir up emotions, it should soothe them. Satyam priya hitanchayat. You should be truthful, whatever you talk. Priyam, pleasing. Hitam, it gives us peace. Chayat, that too, what you speak has to be pleasing, has to be truthful, has to be useful. Satyam, Priyam, Hitam Chayat. Swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva. Swadhyaya should be out of lot of study. It should not be loose talk without base. You should study, and on the basis of study and constant practice, we should do this. Then whatever you talk itself is considered as tapas, is considered as a penance, is considered as divine. Mere talking, just because we can talk, is useless. We have to make our very talking divine. This has got a root. This shloka, what is given by Krishna in Gita, has got a root in Veda mantra. It says, Saktumiva titavuna punantaha. Saktumiva titavuna punantaha. Next time, Indo. Indo? Next. Saktumiva titavuna punantaha. Yatra dhira. Yatra dhira manasa vacha makrata. Yatra dhira manasa vacha makrata. Yatra dhira manasa vacha makrata. Next.
Atra sakhayah sakyani janate.
Atra sakhayah. Atra sakhayah. Sakhyani janate. Atra sakhaya sakhyani janate. Bhadresham Lakshmihi. Bhadresham Lakshmihi. Nihitadhi vachi. Nihitadhi mahaprana. Nihitadhi vachi. I give the address next time where it is said. So it says, Saktumiva titavuna punantaha yatra dhira manasa vachamakrata atra sakhya sakhyani janata bhadresham lakshmir nihitadhi vachi. Titavu. Titavu means the sieve. The sieve. What you use before using the flour. That is sieve. We sieve it, and what the dirt and other things that gets filtered. Sieve for flour. F-L-O-U-R. Flour. While using the flour, we sieve it. Saktu means the flour. F-L-O-U-R. So as we sieve the flour before use, our words also have to be sieved before we talk. That's what he says. As we sieve the flour before using, the words which we utter have to be sieved well before talking. What are the different plates used for sieving? Satyam, Priyam, Mitam, Hitam. There are the 4 sieves, plates that you use before talking, before uttering every single word. We just talk because we can talk. We never care for this process. But it says this is a process what you use. Satyam, the first sieve is to find out whether what I am talking is truth or not. Priyam, am I talking it in a pleasing way or not? Mitam, am I using the minimum number of words? Brevity, we call it. Brevity, B-R-E-V-I-T-Y. With minimum number of words, am I communicating? Hitam, is it really useful? Satyam, Priyam, Mitam, Hitam. These are the 4 plates. Only when the words what I am to utter, what I am to speak, passes through these 4 plates, it is worthy to be spoken. Others better not speak and keep mum. Yatra dhira manasa vachamakrata. Dhira is one who is brave, who is noble, who is great. He speaks with his heart. Manasa vachamakrata. It's not just a word what we utter from the throat, but it is heartfelt. We should put our heart and mind into what we speak, after filtering. Yatra sakhya sakhyani janata. Because of that, the friendship begets friendship. Friendship attracts friendship. When I say friendship, definitely there is no friction. All the friction we have is because of our bad talk. You speak well in a friendly way, yes, we motivate the others also to speak friendly. All friendship is established because of good talk. So talk is good, the whole environment becomes good, harmonious. Bhadraesham Lakshmir Nihita Adhivachi. Bhadra is that which is auspicious. Everything that is auspicious is rooted in such talk. Every auspicious result is rooted in such talk. If it is a loose talk, you lose all these things. No friendship, it's all friction. And what we talk is without heart and mind, it's just a drama, just an acting what we do. And no filtering. Priyam, Satyam, Hitam, Mitam, no filtering. So whatever you talk will become nasty, dirty, and creates all problems in us and with the environment around. So this is the importance of the talk to do. So here they say, Devaha, as those who are learned, those who are aware of all these things, they Devim Vacham, divine talk. I got an idea what divine talk is. How the talk can become divine. So such divine talk, Ajanayanta, they create. They create. Jani Pradurbhave. They create and talk such divine things. And those who can talk like that, we call them as Devaha. Devaha means noble people. They always talk like this. So why this is said? We and the child, let us use our tongue in such a way. It's not only for eating and tasting. Apart from that, we have to use this tongue for better words, better talking. As good people and noble people do, pious people do. Devim Vacham Ajanayanta Devaha. That's the first part. Devim Vacham Ajanayanta Devaha. Tam, such words, Vishwarupaha, in different forms, the same words in different forms, shall be vadanti, shall be spoken by Pashavaha, ordinary people. So whatever these people speak, the ordinary people will just follow it in different ways. So our talking doesn't stop with us, it spreads through other common people. Tam Vishwarupaha Pashavo Vadanti. Pashava means ordinary people. Ordinary people repeat them, follow it. So, on people who think and analyze, there is a lot of responsibility because what they talk will be just repeated by others. They talk nonsense, other people also will talk nonsense. If these people talk well, other people will follow it. Devim Vacham Ajanayanta Devaha Tam Vishwarupaha Pashavo Vadanti. So all other people just emulate it, just follow it. So up to that I have stopped. Other half mantra is there. Other half mantra and the other mantras you will see in the next class. So here they are drawing our attention not only to eating is one part, they are also concentrating on the best use of the tongue in our talking, in our communication. So both have to concentrate in Annaprashana. One is physical in nature, one is spiritual in nature. The spiritual part is the samskara, what we are giving to the child, as well as we are also once again getting that samskara for us. That is the importance of Annaprashana samskara. Other things we will see again. Thank you for the day. Okay. So tomorrow is not there, Thursday, Friday for me and Thursday night for you. Okay, thank you.